Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice, and once the hedge pig whined.
Harper cries, "'Tis time, 'tis time."
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw, toad that under cold stone days and nights has 31. Sweltered venom sleeping got, boil thou first in the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a finny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm's sting, lizard's leg and owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boiling bubble.
Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's mummy, maw and gulf. Of the hemlock digged in dark, liver of the blaspheming Jew, gall of goat and slips of yew. Gall of goat and slips of yew, silvered in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk and Tartar's lips, finger of the birth-strangled babe, ditch delivered by drabe. Make the gruel thicken, slab, add thereto a tiger's chaldron for all the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
You double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Cool it with a baboon's blood.
Then the charm is firm and good.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is you do?
A deed without a name.
A deed without a name.
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess, however you come to know it. Answer me to what I ask you.
Speak.
Demand.
We'll answer.
Say if thou'd rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call 'em. Let me see 'em.
Come, high or low, thyself in office deftly show.
Come high or low, thyself in office deftly show.
Come high or low, thyself and office show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware, Macduff. Beware the Thane of Bath. Dismiss me. Enough!
Whate'er thou art for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast harped my fear all right. But one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another, more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
Ooh, had I 3 ears, I would heard thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man. For not a woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But yet, I'll make assurance double sure, and take a bond of fate thou shalt not live. Ooh, what is this that rises like the issue of a king and wears upon his baby brow the round and top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be lying metal proud and take no care, who shades the threats where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquish be, until great Brennan, Wood, high Benson and Hill shall come against him.
That will never be, yet ooh, my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
Seek to know no more.
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know. Why sinks that cauldron, and what noise is this?
Show.
Go.
Show.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down! Thy crown does sear mine eyeballs, and thy hair, thou other gold-bound brow, is like the first. I'll see no more horrible sight. Now I see 'tis true, for the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his. What? Is this so? Where are they? Gone? Oh, let this pernicious hour stand accursed in the calendar. Come in without there.
What's your gracious will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damn it all those that trust in them. I did hear the galloping of horse. Who was came by?
'Tis 2 or 3. My lord, that bring you word Macduff has fled to England.
Fled to England.
Aye, my lord.
The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife. Give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool, this deed I'll do before this purpose cool, but no more sights.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? To leave his wife? To leave his babes? His mansion and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly? He loves us not. All is the fear and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest coz, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease or else climb upwards to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Fathered he is, and yet he's fatherless.
I am so much a fool should I stay longer. It would but be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Sarah, your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
Birds do, Mother.
What, with worms and flies?
With what I get, and so do they.
Poor bird, thou'dst never fear the net nor lime, the pitfall nor the gin.
Why should I, Mother? Poor birds they are not sick for. My father is not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell him again.
Thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet, in faith, with wit enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, Mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be y'all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor, and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools, for there are liars and swearers enow to beat the honest man and hang up them.
Now God help thee, poor monkey. But how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you would weep for him. If you would not, it were be a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talkest.
Oh, bless you, fair dame. I am not to you known, though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly, if you will take a homely man's advice. Be not found here. Hence, with your little one, to fright you thus, methinks I'm too savage. To do worse to you were fell cruelty, which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you, I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now I am in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometime accounted dangerous folly. What is this face?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayest find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shag-haired villain.
What? You egg? Young fry of treachery.
Mother, run away, I pray you.
Murder! Murder!
Let us seek some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword and like good men bestride our downfall and birth them each new morn. New windows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face that it resounds, as if it fell with Scotland and yelled out like a cymbal of dolour.
What you have spoke, it may be so perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I'm young, but something you may deserve of him through me and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry god.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge. But I shall crave your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance even there where I did find my doubts. Why in that rawness left you wife and child? Those precious motives, those strong knots of love, without leave taken. I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but my unknown safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think.
Bleed, bleed, poor country, great tyranny, fare thee well, lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkest.
Be not offended. I speak not as in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before, more suffer and more sundry ways than ever, by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice so grafted that when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned and evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name. But there's no bottom, none, in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
Boundless intemperance in nature is in tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of the habit throne, and the fall of many kings, but fear not yet to take upon you what is yours. You may convey your pleasures in spacious plenty, and yet seem cold the time you may so hoodwink. We have willing dames enough, there could not be the vulture in you to devour so many as will to graciousness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined.
With this there grows a stanchless avarice that, were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels and this other's house, and my more habit would be as a sauce to make me hunger more.
This avarice sticks deeper, yet do not fear. Scotland hath forces to fill up your will. Of your mere own, all these are portable, with other graces weighed.
But I have none. The king becoming graces as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each several crime, acting at many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, and found all unity on earth.
Oh, Scotland, Scotland!
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern, no, not to live, O nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant blood as sceptred. When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again. Thy royal father was a most sainted king. Fare thee well, these evils thou repeatest upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. On my breast the hope in tear.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of these trains, hath sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over-credulous haste. But God above deal between thee and me, for even now I put myself to thy direction, and unspeak mine own detraction. I am as yet unknown to woman, never was forsworn, scarcely have coveted what was mine own, and though time broke my faith, would not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was this upon myself. What I am truly is thine and my poor country's to command. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. 'Tis hard to reconcile. Oh, say who comes here.
My countryman, Ross.
My ever gentle cousin, welcome hither. Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker. Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well,
And all my children?
well, too.
The tyrant is not battered at their pace.
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them. When I came hither to transport the tidings, which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witnessed rather, for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight, to doff their dire distresses.
Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good seaward and 10,000 men, an older and a better soldier none than Christendom gives out.
Would I could answer this comfort with the like, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert air, where hearing should not latch 'em.
What concern they? The general cause, or is it fee grief due to some single breast? If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly let me have it.
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babies savagely slaughtered.
Merciful heaven!
My children too.
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed too.
I have said,
Be comforted. Let's make us medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. All my pretty ones at one fell swoop.
Dispute it like a man.
I shall do so, but I must also feel it as a man. I cannot remember such things were. They were more precious to me. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it.
Oh, I could play the woman with mine eyes and brag it with my tongue. But gentle heavens cut short all intermission, front to front. Bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself within my sword's length, and set him if he escapes. Heaven forgive him too.
Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds the day.